Okay, today is August 16th, 2023, and this is my trade recap. Coming into the morning, I had proper 8 hours of sleep, proper 30 minutes of meditation, opened my TOS, and had my uh, daily chart analysis on SPY, and it didn't look like something that can have a huge move to the downside, especially off of a weak open, and especially with FOMC minutes at 2. So I wasn't expecting too much move in either direction until 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. So I was looking to take advantage of the uh, potential scalp trades on either side, and I missed out on one trade because of the rule that I implemented yesterday, which was no trading in pre-market and no trading first 10 minutes of market open. That was my easiest 1% coming into today, which I was able to do. Um, First skip trade was this right here. Looked really good at the break of this consolidation. Plus, setting up on the 5-minute, 1-minute, 3-minute, everything. The entry would have been right at over here. The break of that trend line. And it would have been, this would have been easily 1 to 2, 1 to 3 targets. Every target would have been met into that key supply zone. But I skipped that one. Great job skipping it, understanding, following your process goal from yesterday. Second trade was a short into supply zone starter that I took. It was the first trade actually for me. This one right here. And this was actually a potential 1-minute short reversal right here off this, but the 1 minute never broke. I accidentally took a wrong trigger here. It was supposed to be at the break of this 4458.75 level, but that level never broke, so I should have never gotten in. But for some reason, I had my stop order out at 4458.75. So on this candle, even though it's just a retest, it filled me in short. So on the next candle high, through this level is where I had to stop out the rest. So that was an unnecessary loss for no reason. Took a trade that I thought was into a confirmation break, but it never broke. It was just a retest. So in that case, you should have just taken out your position immediately. But immediately I was down like 1 point on the trade, so I hesitated. And once I hesitated, I was like, all right, might as well hold to my full stop. So that was about a 1.25 hour loss. Next trade was just a short into supply zone here, where I saw some sort of fail follow through into this trend line reject on this candle, I believe, where it didn't fully close yet, but it was rejecting off this level. So I took a starter right there and realized once the spire started to step back in, I just stopped it all out for about a 0.5 hour loss. And then the next trade was a short as this level continued to act as resistance and failed to continue higher. And I saw this rejection candle. That's where I was pretty confident in this trade, risking off high day, because there's lots of room to the 5-minute, lots of room to the 15-minute. At the time, it was from here to here. So at least for a pullback, it was at least a 1 to 3 hour trade. So I wanted to size in early in on the trade and then add into some sort of confirmation. The next confirmation was this 4460.5 break, and that's where I took my full size add right there into this candle. Yeah, 446.5. Added, doubled my position on this candle here. And then on the first wash is where I locked in half my profits. And then on the next wash into VWAP and into the bigger trend line at the time is where I took all my profits. And I saw some selling pressure start to exhaust at these levels, and a bounce was necessary. So that's why I took the rest of my covers into profit target and to the bottoming action. Next trade was another anticipation trade. This one, I'm not too happy about the way I executed this one. So this had a failed follow through to the upside here into supply zone, and I thought into this move I wanted to take a starter short into some sort of a bounce. This was 50% retracement, but that alone is, and into supply zone, that alone isn't enough for you to take a starter in my opinion. If you do, it shouldn't be a full 1R on the trade. It should have been half that size, maybe 3 contracts or 2 contracts, and then add into some sort of confirmation. But because I didn't do that, I took a full 1R loss for no reason, even though the trade never confirmed. I just thought that the confirmation would have been the break of this 4455 level for me, but that level never broke, so there was no reason to be in on the trade. This is just a higher low on the slightly bigger time frame. So this is shorting into that pop is just too much anticipation, and there's no confirmation there. So best case, you should have taken just a $35 risk on the trade, maybe cut it to 2 contracts, and then risk off these highs. But I just took it off. I just added it into that level and took it off into this tight risk level right here for a 1R loss. The risk reward made sense, but the setup didn't make any sense. There was no confirmation, and that's something I've been doing a lot of, especially more so this week, where I'm just taking too much anticipation with pretty much full size, which is not the way to trade, in my opinion. You need to add on confirmation, and when there's no confirmation, you shouldn't be already in full size. So going into tomorrow, my main goal is going to be focusing on not taking full size on starter positions, or better yet, don't even take starter positions, only take the confirmations and rebuild the good habits of just avoiding the subpar setups. Today I could have avoided 3 setups completely if I avoided subpar anticipation trades. Like even yesterday and the week before, actually, there was a few setups where I took just completely into anticipation and stopped out for no reason, when I could have just stayed on the sidelines and just traded the confirmation, and it would have been immediately in the money, and you would have had maybe just 2 less trades for each trading day potentially, and a lot more profits from taking unnecessary losses. And this is, I think, a bad habit that I've picked up recently. So easiest 1% going into tomorrow. Everything's going to stay the same in terms of 8 hours of sleep, 30-minute meditation, and don't trade first 10 minutes. And one more that I'm going to implement today is take full size starters into anticipation. Max risk is 0.5R. Alright, that's it.